Yo, 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 what's up, guys? What up, what up? Going live. I think this is on. Okay, cool. All right, y'all. I just wanted to jump on live real quick. This is your boy, Jay Bizzle, man. We're going to get right into this topic today, and that is expansion integration, man. This is what's going on right now. For those of you just joining, welcome to the spiritual awakening. Welcome to the mass awakening, consciousness expansion. This is where we are literally going from the third dimension of lack, limitation, separation being the main disassociation here. And we're fusing back to the oneness, right? The all that is one, the one universal soul branched out into a bunch of fragmentations of the higher soul. And yeah, it's a lot of craziness going on right now. You know, there's so many layers within what's happening right now to really just sit back and, try to just integrate all of this. For me personally, it's been a heck of a ride. The last 7-8 years since 2012, when the world was supposedly ending to an extent. And at some level, it kind of was. It was the end of the world as we knew it, right? It was the falling of the matrix, right? The crumbling of the foundation that these forces that be or may not be, started coming down from their power. And right now is the time where, with all this coronavirus, the pandemic, government kind of getting loose and shaking at its foundation, entertainment, all the dirty secrets, the old Hollywood, everything is being cleansed out, right? Internally and externally. We are the smaller organism within the larger organism which we live in, right? And to get really technical and deep, we have organisms inside of us too, right? Every single cell within us is a fully functioning organism, right? Like a billion little gibrons running around inside, all with specific duties. And, it's a microcosm of the macrocosm, the small scale that exists within the whole big picture, the whole frame. And just to dive in detail about what I really wanted to make this video about is expansion integration. And the way I mean that is when you have these feelings that come about where you can't really run, you can't hide, and can't really pinpoint what's going on. So like I said, for me, it's been happening for the last 7 years. And just this last 2 weeks, I'm not going to lie to you guys, it was tough. It was like literally the toughest 2 weeks of my life. For the first week, and I've gone through many bouts of this where we've gone through collective purgings, and when we do, especially closer to the new moons or the full moons, that's when a lot of this stuff is really pushed to the surface, right? A lot of these emotions or memories or outdated programs, it's a lot. It's very dense. It's within our body. So when these are getting pushed to the surface to be cleansed out, your physical body, it suffers the consequences, right? It takes the brunt of all these ramifications of cleansing out all these lower density vibrations to make way for, cleaner energy, more refined energy to come in and basically up level us. So yeah, this last couple weeks, 10-12 days, it was really tough. I was getting so much energy coming through my crown chakra that I couldn't sleep for like 3 or 4 days, and it's never been that bad. And I haven't been smoking at all for the last couple months, and I haven't really been doing anything else, any external activities that would cause any type of reaction like this. So it was a real moment of testing my faith where I could have bought into the fear, went to the doctor, and I'm not at all suggesting or promoting to not go to the doctor at all. If you really feel like you can't handle it and it's getting super tough, you should go get checked out, just at least to get that clean bill of health, right? That reassurance. But I've gone through so many bouts of this, y'all, that I just rode through it. I've made it through every single thing else that life's thrown my way. And I know in my heart of hearts that anytime something like this happens, that it's upgrading me, it's cleaning me out, it's setting me up for my highest ascension timeline. So with that said, my best piece of advice, and I know this is much easier said than done, is just sit down or lay down, find a super comfortable spot. Don't have to worry about trying to meditate, but just try to embrace, as silly and retarded as it sounds, try to embrace the pain. And I know it sounds silly because just a couple hours ago, I was getting into the victim mentality, the victim mindset, when these feelings started flooding my body again, right? And you got to watch out for that. You got to be able to not identify with these feelings and emotions that come over you, right? It's just old programs playing out, and it's your ego that wants to attach, that wants to blame something or find a source of, you know, whatever is going on. It wants to find that source that it could cause, blame on, or basically say this is why this is happening, or anything that takes you out of your center and makes you start feeling like a victim or gets you upset or angry. That is all the ego, and that's what we are trying to disassociate from, so we can let our higher self back in and take the reign, right? So I just try to sit there. Like I said, don't try to meditate, don't try to breathe in and out perfectly, because when you're going through the thick of it, it's almost impossible to keep a positive mindset. But the idea is not to fall into a victim mentality or a negative mindset either, right? It's neither good nor bad. That's the ego trying to, again, label something. It just is. The soul knows, okay, this is what's going on. It is what it is. I accept it and just let it run through your body. And I promise you, the less resistance you give it and the less importance you give it and the less you try to identify with it, which is the hardest part, the more easily it'll just flow. It'll start flowing through you. And just know every single time it's cleaning you out. It's cleansing you out for your highest timeline, for your best future, man. So some affirmations or mantras that I would like to share with you guys that has absolutely helped me in my journey. I'd like to say my favorite one is, whatever I'm healing, I'm feeling. Let's just focus on that one right now. This can help you guys out. Whatever I'm feeling, I'm healing, right? No matter how badly it hurts. I know sometimes it can be super hard on the temple, right? Sometimes it can be in your jaw. Sometimes it could even be in your glands, right? Your throat chakra getting worked on. Whatever needs work is where you're going to be feeling the majority of this this pain or this stuck energy, right? Doing yoga, moving around, just going for a walk as much as you can, drinking water. It all helps. It helps. But the main thing to do is to just ride it out. It always does get better. And like I said, I know a couple people that are also on this ascension journey. And I can say not too many people have experienced the intensity and the durations of this experience that I have. But I do know, and I'm here to tell y'all, it does get better. It gets amazing. And it's always so super worth it, right? It's always super worth it. And if you can just find that center, find that peace and balance, it becomes a much smoother ride, right? So yeah, I just wanted to share that real quick, guys. Some other tips that you can use to help is start incorporating some green juice into your diet, right? Y'all see the vegan shirt. Y'all know the vibes. Vegan Vibes 2.0. Always, always, always gonna tell you guys to eat more plants. If you can, try to take a little 12-day plant-based challenge. Drink more juices, green juices, not too many fruits in there. You don't want to have a diabetes attack. You know, you don't want to have a sugar overload, but you do want to try to cut out as much meat and dairy and sugar as possible from your diet, right? Refined sugars, carbohydrates. If you need carbohydrates, try it for potatoes. This is a perfect time to, you know, kick around a couple of different ideas, a couple of different diets to see what can work for you or not. This isn't the time to be stubborn. This isn't the time to use the excuse that, oh, well, this is what our ancestors did, so this is what's going to work now. It's obviously a much different time we're living in than the time of our ancestors. So yeah, man, take the vegan challenge. You guys can, you know, shoot me a message, shoot me a comment if you're interested. I do consultations. I help people out. If you want to follow me on my IG and maybe message me on there instead, Vegan Vibes 2.0, same name, same handle. I would love to help y'all. Like right now, I'm just growing my channel, trying to spread these messages. I'm not charging anything. I would love to work with anybody for 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever it takes, right? If you're serious about it, you want to make the transition, I'm telling you, the more alkaline, the more plant-based you can get your body, the better, in my opinion and in my experience, the better and faster and more fluid you'll be able to ascend, right? You're just trying to get above these levels of, you know, third dimension, fourth dimension, and break into that fifth dimension where everything's very easy, instant manifestations, right? All about acceptance, abundance, creation, right? It's a state of proactivity, like you're being proactive, you're making things happen, you're creating, as opposed to being in the lower vibrational levels of the third dimension where it's reactivity, you're reacting, you're in lack, you're in fear, right? You're in separation. So yeah, guys, take the vegan challenge, man. Take the plant-based challenge. Hit me up. Feel free to. Please do. We're all in this together, and I'm just trying to do my part in spreading my message, spreading my knowledge that I've ascertained from my experiences, my very real and heartfelt experiences. And dang, kind of getting emotional right now because, man, I don't know why. I just felt guided to put this video out. I just made a video earlier today. I didn't want to double dip, but I did. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video. Wanted to keep it short and sweet. So yeah, guys, I love you guys very much. We're all in this together, man. Don't let fear override the love train, man. Stay in love. Stay in your heart center. And just know that everything is working out for its highest good. Every single thing that's going on right now is working out for the highest good of all of humanity. And we as a collective must come together right now, right? We have to put our hands in the dark and help the people down there up, man. Doesn't matter how they treated us in the past. There's no time for grudges right now, man. 2020 has already taught us that, right? There's no room for grudges. And yeah, it's one team, one love, one nation. Bless up. Peace out, guys.